Alright guys, what up? Welcome back. T-Dub, what's blazing the sports? We are here live, guys. I had to restart the video. But guys, listen, we are going to dive deep into this, guys. And we're going to swim fast like with Michael Phelps. Guys, Deontay Wilder offer Anthony Joshua not just $50 million, alright? But $50 million up front. Deontay Wilder did another video saying, let me make it clear, even though you said let's go, I'm offering you what you asked for, $50 million up front. Do you accept? Yes or no? Guys, listen, you can call in. Let me know, weigh in, guys. Do you believe that Anthony Joshua will accept $50 million minimum? With money could be made on the back end if it does over 100? Or do you believe that an excuse will come about to where the fight will not be made? Guys, listen, I'm telling you right now, if Joshua passes fight up, I'm not going to say Eddie, because I believe Eddie will. Eddie's whole goal is, in my eyes, is to keep Joshua undefeated, keep him fighting little fights. But the thing is, guys, if Joshua loses one of those little fights by fluke or anything like that, he's going to be kicking himself in the butt for listening to Eddie to saying, we don't need it right now. The fight's going to be bigger. Let's fight one or two. You know what? He won't say one or two. Let's fight one more fight, and then we will do the deal. Then we'll come back and ask for that $50 million up front. Joshua needs to say no, man. Joshua needs to put his foot down. Let me make sure it's showing, guys. It is. And guys, listen, if it's the first time you get into this channel, do me a favor, guys. Hit a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That's way when I go live, guys, and start feeding you this good food like Grandma's Kitchen, because it doesn't matter what she's fixing. You know when it come out, it's going to be yum. All right, guys, so this isn't an offer that, honestly, Anthony Joshua cannot refuse, guys. He cannot. And the Anthony Joshua fans, that if they do refuse it, guys, if they do, which in my mind would be crazy, they still would support it. They still would say Wilder doesn't want to fight. I don't understand how Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight when he has offered something that has not been guaranteed to any heavyweight in history. $50 million up front dollars. That's big. And guys, so I believe initially Deontay Wilder sent it out to Joshua so he would know exactly what has been said, and also to Eddie Hearn and company, so everyone would be on the same page. There is no, let me just send it to Eddie, then Eddie filter it down to Joshua and give Joshua his interpretation of what was actually sent. He sent it to Joshua. You said in an interview, if you believe this is a $100 million fight, then guarantee me $50 million up front. If you give me $50 million up front, I would sign that in less than 24 hours. It's probably been about 24 hours. It has not been signed as far as we know. I do know they have a rescheduled meeting for tomorrow. When Eddie Hearn heard about it, he said it's a publicity stunt. He said that it was not real. It came from some guy in Alabama, which honestly that's kind of disrespectful. You know, if it came from Deontay Wilder, say it came from Deontay Wilder, or it came from the fighter Deontay Wilder. When you say some guy in Alabama, you're trying to dismiss him like he's not even important, when in fact he is the second main piece for this fight. Just like you said, even though you're not trying to give credit, every now and then you slip up and you say it. This is the biggest fight of Anthony Joshua's career. That's what you said. If it's the biggest fight of his career, then you know it's going to do well. And guys, and just so some of you guys, Eddie Hearn said that it's a publicity stunt. that it's not even real. Where are they going to get the money at? I brought proof, guys. And I'm going to give it to you right now. As I stroll and search to give you proof. There it is, guys. All right. Bam. Let's do this. Let's put T-Dub right here. Put that right there. All right, guys. Boxing Scene has obtained the below email from Finkel sent to Hurd earlier today. Dear Eddie, with all due respect, you know Al and I for a long time, and you know this is no publicity stunt. I assure you that we're serious, and we will be glad to sit down with you and provide a proper security for the funding and work out all the details. But it all has to start with Anthony Joshua accepting $50 million upfront money offer that has been asked for him, which also by far the largest guarantee purse any heavyweight champion in history has ever made. Guys, there it is. Now let me get this back in order. Let's slide T-Dub. Do the shuffle. Da, 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 da. Do the shuffle. All right. Fit right there. You good at T-Dub? All right. That's the number. Bam. All right. So, think about it, right? You know what? Let's get this picture back in order, too. Bro. All right. All right, guys. You see the proof. Shelly has confirmed it. Deontay Wilder initiated. Honestly, I think Joshua will fight, guys. And this is not knocking Joshua as a fighter at this point. I think he will fight. I think the person that we're putting the brakes on this is Eddie Hurd. Guys, listen, stop protecting Eddie Hurd. You AJ fans, you guys should attack Eddie Hurd. Because if he allows Joshua to reject the biggest purse in heavyweight history, he is not doing him any favors. He is hurting him. He is tarnishing his image by him saying, no, I'm not going to fight you. You're not worthy. $50 million up front is not worthy. But fighting Povetkin is worthy. Parker is worthy. Big Baby Miller is worthy. All these other guys that are worthy. And that's just got to be crazy. I'm sorry, something clicked and made it freeze up. But that just has to be crazy to you guys. That all these other people, anybody that he fights, why is this popping up? Why is that popping up? What is this? Sorry, guys. That's pretty weird. Am I coming back? Hopefully. Let's see. All right. All right, guys. Sorry. Something kept trying to download, calling all type of issues. Let's get rid of that, too. Let's get rid of this. All right, guys. There's no way that Joshua can reject a $50 million upfront offer and fight anyone outside of Deontay Wilder for less. There's no one in the heavyweight division. Tyson Fury's not going to give him a $50 million upfront. Fighting Dylan White again is not a $50 million upfront. Fighting Joseph Parker in a rematch. Povetkin, which I know he has a big backing. Pulev. None of them guys is going to get him that $50 million up front. And listen, guys, that's why I say this is an offer you couldn't refuse. $50 million up front and an opportunity to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. If any of you guys out there that supporting AJ and can say, I'll refuse that, let me know why. Matter of fact, you can call me right now. 314-884-1013. Let me know, why do you believe that AJ should not take this fight? Why do you believe that AJ should not secure for his future after boxing $50 million in the bank? Minimum. Let me know that. Let's make sure this is all right. But all right, guys, I might come back a little bit later. Again, looks like Deontay Wilder wants to smoke. He wants to fight, guys. You see the cigarette in his mouth. You see the pack of cigarettes right here. I'm just asking you guys, Anthony Joshua, please check yes or no. Are you going to accept $50 million up front that you came up with? That's the biggest thing, guys. He came up with it. They're calling your bluff. You said you would take $50 million up front. You said you would do it in less than 24 hours. They offer you $50 million up front. They offer you 24 hours. Why the paper? Why is it not signed? Why don't we get a firm yes? Now, the only thing that looks like they're asking for is, since they're putting up the money, they have to have someone control. And they want the fight to probably be in Vegas. Probably. They haven't gave a specific location yet. But most likely Vegas. Because when you look at the biggest purse in boxing, no, they're not selling out 90,000 people like over there in England in a stadium. But they're doing much less, but it's grossing much more. The Americans pay a lot more for the ticket and will sell out. You will have a lot of stores there. A lot of UK fans will support it. You had a pay-per-view in UK. You had a pay-per-view here in the US. I believe it's a $100 million fight. But guys, your boy T-Dub was playing. You know what? Before I get out of here, for some of you that say you don't know if it's a $100 million fight or you don't believe it's a $100 million fight, isn't that more reason for Anthony Joshua to take this fight? Is that not more reason? Because it's like this, guys. If you knew the car you had is only worth $5,000, but somebody else believes it's worth $10,000, and they say, I'll give you $10,000 for that car right now, would you not sell it to him? Would you not like, this is an idiot. This is not even worth $5,000. He's going to give me $10,000. Would you not sell it to him? Or would you say, I'm not going to give it. It's some kind of publicity stunt. What do you mean? I have $10,000 in the bag right now. Here, just give me the car. So if they believe that it's not worth $100 million, and Deontay Wilder, Shelly, Showtime, whoever else, Al Heyman, is willing to put up $50 million that you said, assuming it's $100 million, that means it doesn't matter if it's a $20 million fight, $30 million fight, you get $50 million. If it only does $50 million, you get $50 million, they walk away with zero. Why are you not laughing to the bank with $50 million right now? Guys, your boy T-Dub with Plays in the Sports. Please do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share. Keep it real boxing. The walls are closing in. Listen, to be honest, I think they're in the corner. I think they're in the corner. And the only way to get out this corner is just to admit we don't want the fight right now. Yes, it's a great offer. Yes, it's an offer that we can't refuse. But we're just not ready right now. And take your tail, tuck it between your legs, and walk away. Because it's like I said, keep it real. If a lot of them don't believe that it's a $100 million fight, and somebody is willing to pay you anyway, like it's a $100 million fight, and not only give you that money, but give you that money up front, that means you can just step in the ring, have a heart attack, or faint, or just fall down and get a $50 million up front. Why are you not jumping over top of this? My thing is, why are you not doing what you told Deontay Wilder? You said Deontay Wilder for $12.5 million. If that was you, you would have reached out and grabbed that 12.5 with both hands. And remember, that's 12.5 flat. Well, they're offering you $50 million with bonus if it does over $100 million. Why are you not grabbing that $50 million up front? Why are you not telling Eddie, we did it. We did it. Now I'm going to go in and knock him out. I'm telling you right now, someone is lacking confidence. I think Anthony Joshua, I think he will fight. I think he will fight. I'm thinking Eddie Hearn is either lacking confidence or he sees there's a risk in losing. And since Eddie Hearn is a promoter, he does not want Anthony Joshua to lose. So when Wilder says he's milking him, I think what he means is you're not putting him in there with guys that can actually defeat him. You're putting him in there with guys just to try to make money off of him. Because if he has a chance in 22 fights, check this out, guys. To me, this would be a huge accomplishment for Anthony Joshua. Huge. In 22 professional fights, you will have the biggest purse ever guaranteed to a heavyweight, $50 million up front. You will be undisputed in only 22 fights. And no doubt, no one will be able to challenge you. Keep It Real Boxing says, exactly, Eddie Hearn is the problem here. He is the problem. Joshua responded with, let's go. So many words, let's go. He's ready. Listen, Joshua's a fighter. A lot of times Joshua has not called him out, and Joshua sometimes played too much of the promoter role. He's a fighter. A fighter does not like to be challenged. A fighter does not like to have somebody else say I can whip you. Anthony Joshua has not lost. If you have not lost, you have a mentality that you can't lose, and you won't lose. And by him responding to Wilder saying, let's go, that means he said, you know what? I said it. I gave you a task that I didn't believe you guys were going to respond with. $50 million up front. And you did it. You probably went to Showtime, Shelly, Al, and whoever else to get $50 million up front. Shelly backed it up, guys, and said that, listen, Eddie, this ain't no publicity stunt. This is for real. We will show you how the money is. We will secure the money. Listen, guys, they said, we will secure the money now. We just need Joshua to say yes. Matter of fact, well, Joshua didn't say yes. He said, let's go. Joshua seemed like he's on board. The guy that's must have just got his rotors and brakes done is Eddie Hearn. Because he is the one pumping the brakes on this fight. Whoa, 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 whoa. And he said, and here's the thing. Eddie Hearn said, if it truly is $50 million, we're very interested. We're interested. Why are you not saying we would jump all over that? I don't get it. If you're doing a job right now, let's say you get paid $16 per hour, right? And they say, hey, all you're doing, you're going to do this job, but you're going to do this job with this guy. Instead of $16 per hour, we're going to pay you $50 per hour. And on top of that, you're going to get all kinds of certificates afterwards. You're going to get recognitions afterwards. And you're going to be the biggest star of the company. You'll be like, okay, yeah. You wouldn't even hesitate on doing it. Just like I said earlier, I gave another analogy is because Eddie Hearn shouldn't be pumping brakes on this. The analogy I used was if you had a car that's worth $5,000 and somebody else believed that car is worth $10,000 and they come to you, Keep It Real Box, and they saying that, listen, I want to give you $10,000 for this car. I believe it's worth $10,000. And you're like, it's only worth $5,000. The transmission leak, it got the exhaust is all messed up. And when you drive. But if these people really believe it's worth $10,000, would you not say, okay, here's the keys, give me my bag, idiots? He believe this. He believe that junk is worth $10,000. Yeah, he has to tow it off the lot. So that's my thing. There shouldn't even be any kind of hesitation with this. And I want to see the fight. Listen, I don't care if you're pulling for Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. I just want the fight. I just want the fight. Listen, guys, I did a video, and I'm gonna have to repost it, do a little editing on it. It's a video to where I was promoting both of these guys. If you check out my videos, is where I was saying Deontay Wilder has a Infinity Gauntlet hand, and I was saying that Anthony Joshua has like a Thor hammer. I was promoting both of these guys. Now, I did get a couple hits on me to where I can't do it, so I got to go back and edit it, guys. But I just want the fight to happen. All right? I want the fight to happen. I don't care, honestly, if it happens in the UK or the US. I do believe if it happens in the US, I think the judging will be a little bit more fairly. Only in this incident. I'm not saying every fight in the UK, but I think with Joshua, I don't think heavyweights is going to get their fair treatment. The only reason I say this because I believe Parker did a lot better, and the way their scorecards went, it didn't look so good. But either way, guys, your boy Tito with Players in the Sports. Shout out, guys, to Keep It Real Boxing. Shout out to our Red Sox fan, Charles, anybody coming here, guys. I'm working on something to have it shown on here. You know, just basically top subscribers or people that really stick out. But guys, I gotta get ready to eat dinner. I got my son who's ready to go on a walk. Let me get out of here. T-Dub, what's Players in the Sports? We're here live.